Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl El Rochelle and I'm coming to you Thursday, December the 11th, and we're talking football. I know I missed last week. It was just one of those tiring weeks. Unfortunately, with the preggo-ness of it all, sometimes I just am too tired to do things. Don't know if you can tell, I'm a little bit sick, kind of trying to get over a cold right now, so I almost didn't do the video this week, but I remembered I didn't do one last week either, so I wanted to make sure I got it to you. So let's go over quickly what we've got for our NFL Week 15. So first up, here in Week 15, we've got Thursday tonight, 5:25 p.m., the Arizona Cardinals versus the St. Louis Rams. Arizona is currently 10-3, has the best record in the NFC. No one would have guessed that, especially when they lost Carson Palmer. St. Louis didn't start out so well, lost Sam Bradford, and just wasn't doing very well after that. But they've come on fairly strong and had some really impressive wins the last couple of months. But I'm going to go with Arizona for this one. I just don't see the Cardinals falling off. They somehow put everything together. Excuse me. Put everything together from offense to defense, and they're making it work. So I'm going with the Cardinals. Sunday, our 10 a.m. slate of games. We've got the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Atlanta Falcons. This one's tough because Pittsburgh tends to lose games that they shouldn't. Atlanta just loses games. So it's kind of tough to decide who's going to do what. I'm going to go out on a limb and pick the Pittsburgh Steelers. They overall have a better offense, and I think the defense can hold up. So I'm going to go with Pittsburgh. Jacksonville versus Baltimore. Baltimore, that's easy. Not a tough one at all. Green Bay versus Buffalo. Buffalo does okay, but I'm definitely going with Green Bay on this one. Tampa Bay versus Carolina. Carolina, of course, is losing Cam Newton for the week after a rollover accident that he was in, where he fractured two of his lower transverse process. There was two transverse process fractures in his back. Same injury Tony Romo had that week when he got knocked out of the game and was out for a couple of weeks. It'll be tough to see how long Cam will be out, though he is able to move. Of course, it's still a lot of stress and a lot of pressure on your back, especially after being in a rollover accident. Also, after the injuries that he's recovering from early in the season, including ribs injury. So, I'm going to go Tampa Bay. This was an easier game for Carolina earlier in the season, but without Cam, and unexpectedly, the first time they played without Cam, but this time they weren't expecting to have to do that, so I'm going to go with Tampa Bay. Sorry for the coughing, y'all. Cincinnati versus Cleveland. Cincy. It will be interesting, though. Johnny Manziel is starting the game. There's a little bit of interesting stuff going on there with some remarks Marvin Lewis made during the week about game planning for Johnny Manziel, but and his shorter stature. But I'm going with Cincinnati on this one. Houston versus Indianapolis. Sorry. In Indianapolis, I'm going to have to go with Indy. Oakland versus Kansas City. Kansas City, even though Oakland is pulling off wins they should not have, including one versus Kansas City, I'm going to go with Kansas City on this one. Especially at home. Miami versus New England. New England. That one is a easy peasy. I'm picking them no matter what. Then we've got I'm so sorry, y'all. I can't control this coughing right now. Whew. Washington versus the New York Giants. I'm going with the New York Giants. Washington is all over the place. At least I think now I'm just stuck because I'm trying not to cough. The Giants, they have consistency at quarterback and most other positions. Washington does not. So Our 1 p.m. games, Denver versus San Diego. Okay, I can't stop coughing now. This is ridiculous. Denver versus San Diego. I am going with Denver. I would love for San Diego. This is ridiculous. I would love for San Diego to be able to win, but I just don't see them pulling it off. So Denver. The Jets versus the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee, there is no consistency when it comes to the Jets right now. So I'll go with Tennessee. Minnesota, Detroit. I'm trying to get through this. Detroit, they've been putting together really good wins. Minnesota is doing a very good job of trying not to lose games, but I'm going to go with Detroit. Sorry if you hear beeping outside. San Fran versus Seattle. Seattle's coming on strong. San Fran seems to be falling off here in the end, so I'm going with Seattle. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like San Francisco will make the playoffs. One of those things. The 5:30 p.m. game, Dallas versus Philly. This is a revenge game for us. Yes, I said us. Y'all know how I feel about Dallas. I'm going to go with Dallas. We have done very well away from home this year. Tony Romo has done very well away from home. We have the same record. We can kind of get them back, kind of put ourselves in play for the wild card position. I'm going with Dallas. Monday, 5:30 p.m., New Orleans Saints versus the Chicago Bears. I don't know. Neither of these teams plays well. Chicago lost Brandon Marshall last week. I don't know what's going on with him. So I'm going to go with New Orleans. I guess. I'm going to New Orleans. So there you have it. Those are my picks for the week. I'm so sorry about being sick and coughing all over this video. I tried. Y'all know I tried. You saw me trying so hard not to cough. But there you have it. Let me know what you think. I will holler at you later. Deuces.